Hey, what's going on? It's Nick here, and today we are going to be talking about money. Actually, we're going to be talking about what creates more money for all of us, and that happens to be conversions. So, now, first of all, let's cover conversions and what really creates conversions. So, first of all, we want to go through kind of a really quick funnel that most of us use online to either sell our opportunities or sell our own products and services. So, usually what happens is we start with traffic. So, we start with this little traffic formula right here. So, maybe that happens to be Facebook pay-per-click or something along the lines of that. Let's do this. And so we send this traffic, someone clicks on our ad, and we send this traffic over here to a capture page. Now on this capture page we have a nice headline, maybe we have a little quick video that auto plays, or maybe we have a little pop-up or something that doesn't allow them to until they opt in here. And then obviously once they opt in, we take them either to the offer that we were giving them here, which may be a video or a report or something, or if we're intelligent marketers, we take them to a sales video. So what would happen is, say you were giving away some kind of free report on how to create a really kick-ass blog. So you were giving away a blogging report, but you also have this $37 product over here that is your blogging product. You've been blogging for a while, so you know what you're doing, and you want to sell this to people. So what you do is, as soon as they opt in, you send them to this little capture page over here, and it says, their report's on the way, but hey, while you're waiting, why don't you check out this video? And in that video, you sell your little $37 product. Now, if they decide not to buy, it's cool, because you already captured their information, and maybe they just didn't trust you at that point in time. Your sales video didn't resonate with them. They just want to test you out and kind of see what the free offer is all about. So that puts them into an email sequence. And then once they go through that email sequence and deliver some more content stuff, you can eventually come back around and sell them into this. And then once they buy that, then we do this whole cool process of more upsells into your higher price ticket products. Maybe you have a better blogging product, maybe you have a traffic product. So this is the basic premise of a sales funnel. This is a super basic, really easy sales funnel. Now, conversions, though, have a lot to do with how you position yourself online and how you position your offer. So there are essentially 4 aspects to conversions. So let's talk about that. So we'll do conversions down here. Conversions. Now, many people have their opinions on this. Obviously, this is only my take. If you'd like to add to this, leave me a comment below, because I'd love to discuss. This is a really great topic. So the 4 aspects to great conversions is, first, your offer. Now, you have to know what you're offering before you can actually start working into how you're going to be crafting your capture pages and stuff like that. So if you're offering something on blogging, you need to know exactly what you're offering. What is the benefit? And so that's what we're going to put here. What are the benefits that your customer is going to get when they buy your product or when they opt in to get your free report? And then your next part of conversions, the next little piece of this puzzle, is your audience. So all this, you'll see, ties together really well. Obviously, once you discover the benefits, you need to discover what kind of audience even resonates with this. If you're taking an audience from some kind of corporate world who has no idea why they would want to blog, or has no use for a blogging course, then that's not your audience. Maybe you want an audience in network marketing who knows the power of blogging already and knows that they need this, they just don't know how to do it. And right here, you have the tool to show them how to do it. So you need to know your audience. And after that, you need to know what message resonates with this audience. So this kind of goes with your offer, but the offer is more generalized than your message. Your message has to be crafted around your audience. So once you discover your offer and your audience, craft a message that really resonates with your audience. So if you're targeting people who are in the network marketing industry, then your message should contain words that really resonate with a network marketing audience. That makes sense. And once you have your message, obviously the last piece of the puzzle in conversions is price. Now, this is something that we do all the time and that I do personally and that needs to be done. And you need to split test your price. It kind of sounds funny, but you actually need to split test your price because sometimes there are price points for certain products and certain audiences, and obviously your message can be crafted according to your price as well, that will work and some that won't. And sometimes higher prices actually work. So you have to test price points. One that we usually test is something like $19.95, ranging to about 37 bucks, something like that for an entry point product up here. So all this is great and all, but then you have to come up here and worry about this little piece of the puzzle. Facebook PPC, or maybe blogging or Twitter, or wherever you get your traffic from. Once you have this whole thing set up, you need to start focusing on traffic, and this is really actually the most difficult part, because getting the right traffic comes back down here. You have to be getting traffic from the right audience. It's all about the audience, and then obviously you have to craft your message around that audience. So all this starts to look very complex if you don't know what you're doing, or if you really haven't started or gone through any courses, because then you have to craft your own message, you have to craft your own products and stuff like that. And you may have these great ideas stored in your mind, but it's just really difficult to get them out unless you have the right training tools. And that's where we come in. Now, real quick, one of the nice things about being an affiliate already for Magnetic Sponsoring, which most of you are, is that we take care of all of this. We take care of the conversions. We've spent hours and hours and thousands upon thousands of dollars optimizing our capture pages, optimizing our offers, and optimizing our upsell process, so that when you send traffic to us or to the capture pages, then we have to worry about the conversions, and all you have to do is worry about the traffic coming to them. And most of our funnels are so optimized to this point that you're always seeing a positive ROI. So that leads us to traffic, which we're going to cover real quick here. So let's dive into traffic. Now, there are tons and tons of aspects that go into traffic, but here are 3 that I think are really important to pay attention to. The first being, if you're doing any kind of marketing that you're paying for, then you're worrying about click-through rate, or at least views. So the click-through rate or the views obviously is important, because if you're not getting a high click-through rate, then people aren't seeing your ads. If you're not getting many views, then people aren't seeing whatever it is that you're doing. Maybe you're doing a blog post or a Twitter post or something. And if you're not getting attention, then you're not getting traffic to whatever you're selling, if that happens to be a Magnetic Sponsoring capture page. And the next part would be stats. Now, a lot of people overlook how important stats are. I'm a tracking junkie, so I'll call this tracking as well. I love tracking. I track everything I possibly can, and the reason I do this is because it's important to be able to know exactly how your traffic driving strategies are performing, so you can either optimize them or sometimes even just trash them and start over from scratch. And usually that's the case when you're just beginning, unless you have the right courses to guide and direct you in your traffic driving strategies. And then the last part is ROI. Now, I've done a class recently on ROI, and this is going to sound kind of funny maybe to some of you. But honestly, if your ROI is positive, none of this up here matters at all. Obviously, you can improve this, and that'll probably bring up your ROI even better. But a lot of people are so addicted to watching their click-through rate and optimizing their click-through rate, or tracking their ads and seeing how their ads are performing. But on the other end, on the conversions end, if your offer's not converting and you're not seeing an ROI, all this right here is honestly bullshit. It really doesn't matter at all. It's all about the ROI. So I put this in traffic, but this obviously leads us to conversions. And so good traffic converts, and a good message and offer converts, and you want to have both of those. So leading into what we've been doing the past week in this 90-day blitz to a profitable and kick-ass 2013 is the Elite program. So when you become an Elite partner, not only do we up your commissions to 51%, so now your ROI is going to be increasing because you're going to be making more money when you offer any one of our offers, but also you're going to have more money for advertising. So when you have more money to advertise, and we teach you obviously all these things within there, all these advertising and traffic driving strategies, so you have access to everything you could possibly need, then you have more money to basically spend and overcome your competition. So when you have more money to bid, say your competition's bidding 80 cents on an ad, and now you have the ability to bid 90 cents because you're making more money than them on your conversions, then you're going to end up showing your ads more often and obviously driving more traffic, which is going to convert better. So when you become an Elite partner, you don't have to worry about conversions. You don't have to worry about creating products. You don't have to worry about split testing messages and offers and price points, because we already did that for you and we already optimized it for you. So you get to focus solely on traffic. So when you get to focus solely on traffic and you don't have to do anything else, then you get all of your focus in one area, which is going to allow you to optimize your traffic using some of the methods that I show you, not only here but also on the affiliate blog and within the Elite Center. So that's what I got for you today. We have a few videos. We had the personal branding video yesterday, so you can check that out above this one. And then obviously if you want to know more about what we're doing here with the 90-day blitz, you can watch the first video. And tomorrow we're going to have a lot of fun actually. I'm going to show you, it's going to be a little journey, so we'll just keep it at that. So it's kind of a surprise. We're going to have a lot of fun with going back and forth between presentation and live video. And I look forward to seeing you guys more around here, and we'll talk soon.